Hi everyone, I'm Marvin Heng. I'm a Microsoft MVP and I would like to present intelligence assistant for your business. I believe most of us are quite limited of the movement due to the MCO and therefore I come up with this idea. Hopefully can help you guys. So how you guys doing? Right, I hope you guys are doing good, right? So in the past history, we are living quite conveniently. We are quite living quite comfortably. But we are quite proud of what we have been doing for the past 1,000 years, I would say. So we can see here we have seven wonders of the world. We have a lot of uh, great history in the past, right? And and in the in the past 1 year, I would say, in the past 1 year, we are not only proud of what we have been building, but also what technologies we are developing for, right? We have been celebrating a lot of good news beside the bad one, but then these three is really caught my attention for the past 1 year, right? First, we is one of the human breakthrough. We have been managed to capture the very first black hole, and it is the one of the greatest history in our human mankind, right? And second one is actually the flying cars. I believe a lot of nations or the countries are actually building this flying car around the world, including Malaysia and also Singapore. And thirdly, we in March we have been celebrating, we have been cheering for the second HIV patient to be recovered. It's actually um, it's actually one of the very impressive leap that we have been taking for as a human, right? And right, but things has changed. The way we have been doing all, uh, we have been working, we have been doing, are changed, right? Things are changed, and we used to get together easily. We can actually gather in a kopitiam, we can gather at a padang, we can gather every single way. But today we are now apart. Let's see how GAB Global Azure annual event has been actually bringing up to the virtual event. But things has changed. For the past few years, we have been doing physically. We meet each other face to face, but now we are meeting it virtually, including this orchestra in Malaysia and in Singapore. They are doing it over the internet, right? It's quite impressive for what we have been achieving recently, right? And things also change for how we pay the cash, make the payment. We've been paying cash not for everything in the past decades, right? But now we realize how important and how safe it is for us to pay virtually, right? Now we have pay touch and go e-wallet, we have FavePay, we have Boost, and many other e-wallets that can be actually like installed around us, right? And this had been a way how our order has been taken. There is a waitress, a waiter actually note down our orders. If we go to Mamat store, we have Ane help us to actually like taking the order. But today we can't do it anymore, right? We can't do it. We can't meet it in Kopitiam. We have to do it through the online. That's why we have Foodpanda, we have GrabFood, we have many others apps around for us to actually like order online, and it will get delivered to your home. So you can see things has changed really drastically, right? And you see this picture, we can actually like we used to actually order the food. We can think of what we can order we can see the menu, but today we can't anymore. And the ways of communication and things are being carried out has just changed, right? We have to stay at home, we have to practice safe distance, social distancing, right? And but all these things have pushing us for implementing or using, adopting the latest technology, including WHO. They used to actually like delivering the message through the YouTube to many medias. And recently, I noticed that they do it every single day. And now they have this bot, which allows you to actually like checking whether what is the COVID-19 latest information, right? So, so that's why I come out with this intelligent AI topic. So Microsoft AI is the beginning of the intelligent journey, right? Uh, Microsoft AI is hosted on Azure, as we all know, right? It is intelligent cloud and also intelligent edge, right? It has this capability to do a lot of things. I believe you have been equipped with a lot of knowledge throughout for today and also yesterday. The sessions that giving you how Azure is helping us to do business to help us as a person. So I believe you know that pretty well. And for Microsoft AI, it's not only about single thing like AI chatbot or cognitive service that we have been listening to, but it in fact it down in depth is actually like um, considering we have a lot covering a lot of services around, including AI services, which we all know as an interface layer, and we have AI infrastructure behind, and we have AI tools that around for all the developers to use, right? And we have Windows AI platform as well. As a Windows application, like some of the enterprise application, you can actually like using all these AI services, right? You can do some evolutions to your products. And today, specifically, I would like to introduce you Microsoft Bot Framework. I believe a lot of you actually like most of you actually have been hearing this Microsoft Bot Framework, and I would like to take this chance to actually like introduce to some others that have not known to it. Microsoft Bot Framework is a very comprehensive framework that we can use to actually build enterprise grade of conversational AI. So you don't have to train your own bot, but in fact, you can utilize some of the infrastructure and some of the pre-trained model to actually do it, right? And what is the advantage of using bot framework as well? Or now we can call it Azure Bot Services. It's actually very important one is actually it is hosted on secure and scalable intelligent cloud, which is Azure. And not only that, now Microsoft Bot Framework also allows us to actually like extend it with a lot other technology, some other tools that you have. So you can actually like putting in some of the cognitive services like Vision API. You can put it in with Louis API, Language API, which allows you to translate the language, and you can create some other Q&A macro API bot service as well. And not only that, Microsoft Bot Framework is also an open. It also has a lot of open source SDK, and you can actually integrate with many others platform as well, right? So this is Bot Framework in overall. So in overview, and you can see that we have bot services, then surrounded with the cognitive services, which allows you to make your bot more intelligent. And not only that, you can actually integrate with some other things like channels with through the Azure Bot Service. You can actually implement the adaptive cards, which making the conversation through the bot is more naturally and easier. Okay, and you can as well, you can implement some skills which allows you to actually like pull some other informations out there, right? So these are the channels that are supported, including Telegram, including your email, including your Skype, what else? Messengers, Facebook messengers, and Slacks, right? And also Teams, Microsoft Teams. So there are a lot of things that are actually being integrated into the box framework. Okay, and these are the companies that have been using Microsoft bot services, bot framework. They have been using it, and so when you ask me why I should choose Microsoft bot framework, I think these brands out there is very well known, and especially like Adobe, which is very close to our heart. I think this prove that it is a solid platform for developers to consider. Right, right. So what I'm going to show you today, this is my little project that I would like to share. Is kind of dummy, but I think it should actually give you some inspiration. I hope it is a simple board that entertains your customers and at the same time capture the booking info for the airlines company. It is some of the things are already pre-trained, and also is very easy to actually like navigate through how you can actually develop this application. So and the technology behind this thing is actually like Azure bot service or Microsoft bot framework on Azure, and Telegram with the Telegram integration, and as well as the ASP .NET Core, and as well as Signal R. So this is the okay. Let me do the demo first, right? So first, we what we will do is right. Okay, so we have to go to Azure portal. I hope you have one account. Okay, you can create the resources. We can just call bot. Right. Then we select web app bot. Right, we just name it like GAB. So I'm showing you the steps to create the bot on online, but okay, for the ease and also for the speed that we can actually bring this a little bit faster. So I will show you what I have been posting on Azure later on. But the steps is almost the same. We just try to save the time of waiting for the resources to deploy, to be provisioned. Right. So this is my board. I'll do a basic board. So this basic board actually have some pre-trained models in there already, which is the some sort like flight booking systems. But you can actually bring it to the next level with your own business logics, right? And there are a lot more which you can actually like doing it, right? So I leave the rest of things like default. Right, I will do this. The MY20 and application. I just leave everything else as default, right? So, right. So for this, okay, I'll hit create. Right. So this is the steps just to create the bot framework. I think it's fairly easy, and with the UI here, I believe it could be easy steps for you guys, right? So now the bot I think is provisioning, right? So while we are waiting for that, I will show you what exactly what I have been doing. It's the same steps. You see this one is actually deploying, and now I will bring it to the board that I have been created, right? So this will be the board that once provisioned, you would see everything out here as default, and you can actually like test it here, right? So once you actually pulling it in provision, then you can test the board here. So it should actually show you some of the things like default one. So you can see the conversations, the adaptive card is bringing up, and the question is here, right? So this you don't have to do anything extra just to test your board. So because Microsoft have provided you this portal to actually test it, right? And right. So it should tell you they don't understand, right? Okay. So the second steps. So just now we have already created a default bot which can do some booking, right? And now we have this portal. You see is under channels. With this Azure bot services, it allows you to integrate with many others channels, which we call channels, but in fact it's actually other platforms like Facebook Messenger, Skypes, and Slacks, and many others. If you are using your mobile application, you can actually like considering to use direct line channel, right? Okay, so over here I have Telegram. Okay, so let's jump back to what I think. Give me a second. Is it deployed already? Right. So this is the default one. For just now, that one already have the channels being set up. So for this, its default is only the web chat. So we have Telegram. We just click Telegram. So over here, you can see that. How can I move this away? All right, it's okay. So for this, Microsoft actually provides how you can actually set up the Telegram, right? So you can actually like follow all this instruction just to actually create a bot. And I'm going to show you for my right. So so big. Right. Okay. So as you can see, oh, okay. I think it's too big already. Right. So what you can do is you see you can go to the Telegram channel and you find this guy called Bob Father, and you can type start. So start, right? Then from here it will tell you it will actually uh, tell you that okay, it will help you how to actually create a bot, right? So for instance, what we can do is we want to actually like create a new bot, right? For now, we want to tell the Telegram we have a new bot out there. So what we can do is we just type new bot, right? Okay, then after that it will ask for your name, right? For your bot's name. So just now we have what is MYGAV MY bot, right? Okay. Right. So ABMY bot. It allowed. Yeah. So it will it it will create a bot. It will know that you are creating a bot now. So what you can do is you copy this token, right? Copy this token back to the Azure portal, and you put into the access token. Right. So this access token allows the Azure bot for not your bot to actually like communicate with Telegram platforms. So it's kind of easy. So let's try it out. Okay, so this thing is a bit too large. Right. So what we can do, we try to search GAV bot, right? So my bot is right here now. So I click start. So I would like to say hi. Right. So you see the default dialog is coming out now. So it will tell you book a flight from Paris to Berlin on which date. But let me do a random one to prove that we don't actually have to follow exactly how it looks. It actually commands. So we just do it Berlin, Paris, and now 10:30 a.m. Right? Okay, so this is the very basic bot that is a default dialog and default Louis context that we have actually pulling out from this Azure. Okay, so this is all default one. So now what we can do is we do some customizations in the code itself, right? So assuming this is the board, I download the source code right here. Then after that, once you open the board, you should see C# code, right? So what I would do is for one side, sorry. Okay, so for one side, I will be doing I will be building one API. So I assume that you have the existing business API for your own platform already. But in my case, I would build a very simple flight book air tickets booking systems, right? So over here, I have one .NET applications, right? So I have one API here, and this is the default port that we have. And okay, so what I will do is actually I would like to show you what we are doing. This is the board that we run. Okay, so once run, this is the UI, and we can actually try out with the emulator. So this is it. Okay, so this is the oops, I think the UI a bit messed up, but it's okay. So let's try. Right, so this is my bot. I've been actually configuring it to actually talk to my own API. So you can use the normal HTTP client to actually like pushing over the message to our bot, right? So I have bot emulator right here, and I have let me run my application as well. Okay. So this is my application. And this is one of the Angular projects that I'm doing. Right, so we have, okay, let's see here. So it will take a while. So for this application, I've been using Signal to actually like pushing the message from API directly to my web applications. Right. So this is something that I have a very done website. Right. So let's continue the context. So we try out this board. So oops. Okay. Lumpur, and I'm traveling from Kuching. Right. I would say tomorrow 10:30 a.m. Right. So I'll confirm my booking. Right. So sorry, this is my debugging. Right, so the data is actually being pushing over. So this is running locally. What I'm going to show you is something that is already hosted on the internet. Right, so let me close all this. So I will give the source code later on, so that you can actually like play around with it and do some dive in on the code itself. Right, so this is my hosted applications on Azure. Right, then we have the Telegram, right? So I told you that I want to integrate with Telegram. So okay, this thing is really huge. Oops, my So this is my board. I think I couldn't make it smaller. Give me a second. I try to restart the thing. Still the same. All right. Anyway, this is the website that I have, right? And this is the Telegram bot that I've built, right? I've created. So okay. So what we can do is book a flight. Okay. And and go 10 to 11 p.m. Okay, so it will ask you to confirm the time. And I click yes, and we should see it is actually appearing here, right? So this is how we can actually like putting in piece by piece on the technologies that we have available around us. So actually I wanted to create a very simple application or a platform for logistic or probably for some kitchens. You know, some of the retailers, the food or the restaurants, they actually have been like one-man show in the kitchen, and they are busy to actually like looking at the phone. So what they can actually do is building, just spend a couple of the hours just to get this up, and they can actually put up a monitor in their kitchens. Then after that, they can tell their customer to actually like place their booking on the Telegram. This is something that I hope to build, but I don't have enough time to actually like building that thing up. But I think some of you actually can do it, starting from very scratch and simple applications like this to help the industry, to help people's or businesses that are affected by the COVID-19, right? And let's continue to our slides. I hope you guys have some ideas how it works, right? So before that, this is the source code. I think later on the organizer will actually share the slides. I hope so, right? So you can actually like download the source code right here, right? And besides this, the demo, I also like to introduce this Microsoft Board Framework Composer. It's a preview. It's in preview mode, but I think to start a very simple board with some templates around will help you to understand how it works entirely in deep, right? So Board Framework Composer is actually allows you to actually like putting up a lot quicker, a board quicker. So it is open source as well. If you find any bugs or something that you hope to change, you can actually feedback in the GitHub. So the GitHub link is here, right? So let me do a quick demo for this. Let's see. Right. So I have this Board Framework Composer. Right. So this is a Board Framework Composer. It's actually hosted on the web. It's in a web server, so there is no Azure portal for this yet, but you can try to download and also running it on your local machine to give you a kickstart on this, right? So there is multiple templates that you can actually choose from. So we is starting from equal board, which is available on the Azure portal, empty board, and I think so on and so forth. You can try it out on your own. Let me try one. I think probably let's try one asking question or controlling conversation. I'm not sure whether it will works very well, but I hope so, because anyway it's in preview mode. So over here we have recognizer type. So if you know, this is Louis, but then we have two different types of available. One is actually Louis. So if you choose Louis, that means you have to create a Louis services on Azure. But once you start the board, it will ask you for the list primary key. That means it's actually consume some credits, right? But it's good to use some managed service by Azure. But today we are using some regular expression, which is a bit faster, and you can just create and start the board, right? So after this, we can actually like put up the oh, this thing is not auto scaling too. Okay, just give me a moment. Right, so let me pull it over. Right, so this is the what something we can try. Right, so eventually it will just give you some dialogues right away, so you don't have to code by some try to figuring out how you code the thing. So these some other examples right here, so you can actually like playing around, then after that you started off with some of the sample out here, then you try to integrate with your business logics into the board applications, right? So this is things that you can do, right? I hope it will be something uh, information for you. So that's all for my session today. And do you have any questions?